one you want. We did it from double unders, we did it from collar and sleeve. I just prefer knee shield half guard. So again, I think the best way to get into this is to get the cross grip. Okay. And then from there I swim inside to get an underhook. As I start pulling Carl's arm this way, I push to get my knee in front of his face. Now I can put shoulder pressure on him, bring this over, and switch from a right hand control grip to a left hand. I'm just attacking the Chimera from there. Again, this is floating around in the breeze. It just blew Carl's left elbow to my chest. Start working the Chimera. He's going to grab the pants. We looked about how then I'm looking to push with my foot to try and break the grip. Most likely he's going to go hand to hand, but the goal was my leg come out, and now I was into the whole Tarikoplata again. The problem was I had to reverse it, whereby from there I had to make this grip, leg comes over the back, detail on making sure my legs aren't trapped, so I want to curl this foot around as if it's going into the omoplata, legs over the back of the head, and then we use this to reverse Carl, and then I'm coming up, hitting my Tarikoplata again. When we were playing lapel guard a few years back, for those that were there, we also did a submission called the Baratoplata. So I can finish it from the bottom. It's just a change of angle. It's a same shoulder lock, but instead of being like an omoplata, it's more like a Chimera going the other way. So let's take a look at that. So from knee shield half guard, I like that cross grip. So the problem with this is every time I try to pummel to get this up on my shoulder, Carl, I just end up in this ridiculous movement. So I make the cross grip, and now when I underhook, Carl's going to try and re-swim in. And now from that position, I'll just quickly push in his head and get my knee over, start to attack the Chimera. I'll push on the foot, or sorry, his hip, to try and break that grip, which is doable. But he'll go hand to hand. The detail was I brought my leg over the wrist and I have my thigh. So we end up here. So see the way I'm on my right hip? The Baratoplata is basically the opposite of the Tarikoplata. Just come around the side, Dave. So from there, I have a left hand grip on my right thigh. Okay, I'm going to turn from my right hip to my left hip, swim my right hand under, and turn from my right hip on to my other side this way. Okay? Now the detail is I need that grip. It's that grip on the thighs, everything. Once this comes over, okay, now I'm turning onto my left hip and I'm coming underneath Carl this way. Okay? So again, from knee shield half guard. So now this gives us the option that we can still finish without having to reverse it, if that makes sense. There is a defense for it, I'm not going to show it to you, but you'll catch a few people with this, but you've got to put time in on it. So again, from there I like that cross grip setup. From the Z-guard, swim inside, look to bring my knee into the shoulder, and then in one movement I let go, push over, and I get into my Chimera trap. Start trying to break this grip. If he's staying tight, as long as I bring my knee underneath the wrist, he goes hand to hand, and then I bring my leg out. And now we're into our Tarikoplata, and we can reverse him, that we'd be looked at in week 2. But just another option from here, I'm on my right hip. I have a good deep grip with my left hand and my right thigh. All I do is I re-swim in. My right hand comes in, and now I turn the angle. I'm on my right hip. I start to turn towards his head. This leg that was over the head's coming around, and I'm grabbing my own thigh again. Now it's all about turning on to my left hip. If that makes sense. Okay? You sort of, it is a shoulder lock, but it's going in the opposite direction. One more time on that. So I have the cross grip, swim inside for the underhook. I'll use that to bug him a little bit, to break his posture, bringing my knee in front of the shoulder. And then in one moment I just circle that over the head and switch grips and get into the Chimera trap. Foot goes in the hip. I'm trying to create separation. Most people, the first defensive grip they make is the inside of the pants, which isn't a great grip, but I use that to come over, and now my knee, I've freed my knee line. Now this comes out, grab my thigh, looking for the Tarikoplata, but then I decide to go down another route. I just let go of the pants, re-swim in, change my angle. Okay, so I'm here. And now I'm coming underneath car. So I'm just turning this way. Okay.